Hey y'all, this is Caleb and Jeff down here at the Gold Cove 25555 Gratiot Avenue, Roseville, Michigan. Come on in and see us if you have not. And today we got a good video for y'all. We're going to be talking about the benefits of dollar cost averaging. And it is very important right now because silver, we're at a little bit of a low of this year. I mean, we've seen 100, 120. So if you were buying then, it is the perfect time to come on in and buy some silver. So I'm going to let Jeff kick it off. And I'm going to let him give his opinion on dollar cost averaging.
I'm going to move these out of the way, although they're really pretty. Put these to the side for right now.
Put those to the side.
So dollar cost averaging. Like Caleb said, this has been a volatile 6 months, 7 months. And if you bought at a certain point, I want to say if you bought in the last 7 months and you made one big purchase, you're probably under what you paid. You're probably underwater. You're probably down. So what investors have come up with a long time ago is dollar cost averaging. And what that means is that you are let's say I buy a little bit of silver today at 66. I buy a little bit more silver at 65. I buy a little bit more at 67, a little bit more at 68. And what you're basically doing is setting up a routine for yourself. So let's say you might once a month you come in and you buy $500 worth of silver. Your dollar cost averaging $500 into silver a month. Whereas somebody that might save up for a year, make one big purchase, $6,000, buy silver, and it's at, it was at 120 bucks. And we had a lot of big first-time buyers at that $120 price point. And so if you're making that one big purchase at 120 and you didn't dollar cost average, or it's your only purchase, you didn't buy way back then when it was in the teens, 20s, or 30s, then your cost is way over what your value is. So that's why I like dollar cost averaging. A lot of our customers dollar cost average, and it's pretty. I'm trying to simplify it as best I can. It's really just a set time frame, and I don't even know if it's a set time frame. It's just a set buying, a routine of buying metals no matter what the price is. I do think that the time does probably have some correlation. I think frequency, if you buy it more frequent, you will have a lot more average dollar cost average price. Whereas if you buy it once a month, you might be a little bit more swingy. But yeah, dollar cost averaging is good for silver, especially with how volatile it is right now. Definitely could save your butt or kick your butt. Actually, no, I don't think it would kick your butt. I mean, you might buy too much for, pay too much at 1 month, but then the next month you're paying less, or you're dollar cost averaging. I mean, it's kind of simple, but that's a good thing to do with silver. If you dollar cost average, buy silver, $500 a month for 10 years, I'm sure you will be pretty wealthy in 10 years. Right. So, yeah.
I do have a question. So a lot of people tend to really miss out on the market, quote unquote, because they tend to sit around and wait. And do you think it's hard to time the market, or do you think you should always just buy consistently once a month, once a week?
I would say it's near impossible to time the market, although I'm sure there's a couple lucky guys out there that have done it a couple times and made pretty good money off of it. Me personally, I'm not smart enough to time the market, or lucky enough. Some people, I remember people saying I'm gonna wait till to buy until it gets under 50 or under 60, and it's just and they miss out. They might be looking at silver at let's say for even numbers at $60, and they want to buy it at 50, but it goes up to 70 and floats in that 70 to 75 range for 2-3 months. They really miss their buying opportunity there. Whereas if you say, hey, I want to buy silver, I don't want to pay what it is right now, but I know I need to have some silver in case it goes up now or in the near future. So that's where, the mindset of dollar cost averaging is, and not timing the market. I think, if you're waiting around, you might get lucky and buy it cheaper. Also, you might watch it go straight up and get screwed. That does happen too.
Right.
So.
You got any more talking points on dollar cost averaging, or you want to dive into these bills over here?
I think it's dollar cost averaging for silver is pretty simple. I might not be doing the greatest job of explaining it, but it's you're a set time frame, a set dollar amount you want to spend, and you come up with the dollar cost average of whatever you buy your silver at. So yeah, it's pretty simple equation or formula there.
Now, before I get ahead of myself, Should we touch on gold, dollar cost averaging on gold? What is your opinions then? Do you think you should save up and buy an ounce, or do you think you should come in and buy a 10th ounce every other month?
See, now this is where Caleb's got me.
I got him.
Because I really push people, whenever people come in to buy gold and they want tenths or quarters, we do have our regulars that do buy it, and I, leave them alone. But for the other people, I tell them like, hey, save up for a half ounce, save up for a 1 ounce. You're not getting whacked on premiums. So in that sense, it does take people a little bit more time to, even me, it would definitely take a lot of time to save up for a half ounce of gold or an ounce of gold. And so you're not really able to dollar cost average as well as you'd like. I guess at that point, you are kind of timing the market. Like if you have enough funds saved up and you're not at the price you want, and you might wait for it to dip down a little. I've done that before, so I guess I'm timing the market on gold, but dollar cost averaging for gold's tough. I don't know if I would recommend buying like a 10th a month or, that kind of thing, just because the premiums are kind of high. Although a smart investor would say buy a 10th a month is what my imagination is. Buy as big a gold as you can afford a month. But I don't know. My mindset's a little different on that. Save up a little bit, get a half ounce, get a 1 ounce, and you pay a little less premium, but you get to I guess that's the only benefit there is you get to pay a little bit less premium.
Yeah. I say the half ounce is probably a good sweet spot in my opinion. Yeah. You're paying a little 1% more than an ounce. So I feel like that's a good route. Now, you got any more talking points on dollar cost average, or you want to dive into these bills? Because I know you like them.
I think we'll get into the bills. Yeah, I do definitely like these bills we got here.
All right.
So I want to say maybe Thursday. Was it Thursday? No, it might have been Tuesday.
No, I think it was like Friday or Wednesday last week, because it was me and you and Pops.
And Pops made a buy on some notes. Usually he'll, kind of call me over, ask me, what should I pay? What should I do here? And so he kind of shot from the hip and bought what he bought and paid what he paid. He did get some awesome notes. I would say the highlights being, but they're all highlights. So first off, I really like this 1,000. Now, the reason this 1,000 is kind of cool, really special, is that it is a 1928. So that is a little bit rarer than the 34s that we do see.
Right.
It adds a little bit of premium comparative to the 34s, but it's not like a huge double up price. Mm-hmm. This one's in pretty nice shape. We don't really have them graded. We're not the best graders in the world. So if it's under, if we got it priced under the grade, we probably make a buy off us and make some good money there.
I do have a question. What's the significance for the people that don't know? What's the significance of the 34 versus the 28?
So the 28 says on the note somewhere, redeemable in gold.
Yes, sir.
So even on the, I want to say 10s and 20s, at 10s, 20s, 50s, and 100s, I believe, the 28s all say redeemable in gold. So people like that, that terminology there, the provenance. Whereas the 34 or 34As don't say that.
No, I think it says redeemable.
Redeemable in lawful money.
There you go.
Gold, lawful money. You guys know how much we love lawful money. But no, this 1,000's cool. 1928. This one is from the Bank of Chicago. Probably the most common bank for these large denomination notes. Up next, I think I'm going to go with the cheaper one here. This is 500 out of New York. That is a 34A. That one's actually a pretty affordable note. I want to say that's the light green variety. It's a nice, clean note.
Sure is. It's gorgeous.
And so that one doesn't quite say redeemable in gold. And now this one's pretty nice. This one's Chicago, so it's a little bit more common. But the thing about this one, I'm looking at it. I'm not an expert bill grader, but I think this thing's pretty nice. It's got nice color. You can see the fibers. I do believe there's a fold or two in there, but nothing that's super a hard crease or anything like that. This one is a really nice note. I was actually thinking about picking this one up myself, but it's tougher and tougher to do.
Right. So for the people that are watching at home, can you tell us a little bit of a history background on why they made the 500, the 1,000? And people don't even know they made a $5,000 and a $10,000 bill.
Yep. Yeah, so the whole reason for these large denomination notes were for banks trading money with each other. It was made for, I don't know, maybe let's say there's a bank in Chicago and a bank in Detroit, and they have to do a $1 million deal, they would put together thousands or 8,000 of these $1,000 bills, and now their books had $1 million on the books. And somehow, some way, these got into the hands of the public, and there's quite a few out there. I don't think they're extremely scarce, but they're not, widely available like you'd think. But yeah, they were created to be traded amongst banks. That's what the original purpose of these were.
Right. And it's easier to transfer them from bank to bank, so that's why they made them.
Yeah, this is obviously way before zeros and ones.
Yeah.
Before they could put crunch in the computer. So this was the way to trade the currency.
Now there's a telltale sign a folk tale story that they say about the 500s from Chicago is that Al Capone had a lot of them because he was a big, drug kingpin in Chicago. So that guy had a lot of cash and a lot of money. So they say if you have a $500 bill, he might have touched it.
That's probably true.
That
could be true.
That's pretty cool. You got any talking points for here at the end of the video?
No, I think that about wraps us up there.
Alrighty. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other suggestions, throw them down in the comments. What do you think about dollar cost averaging? You think it's smart? Should you save up and buy at once? And guys, make sure you do buy precious metals in these uncertain times. Take care, everyone. Thank you guys for watching our videos, subscribing to the channel, and liking our content. We are truly enjoying this journey on YouTube with all of you, and I hope you guys are as well. Be sure to be subscribed to the channel and notified on all of our content. And most importantly, buy precious metals, and don't forget to check out Cameron's whatnot called Gold Cove Cam on there. Things are going way too cheap. It's exciting. It's fun. I'm on there. Pops is on there. Cams is on there. And yeah, don't forget to, throw in some suggestions in the comments down below of what you want to see. Or if you want to be on film, please also let us know. Take care, everyone. We appreciate y'all. Have a great day.